a confession to make. Back in July, I made a video on Coral Island, the long-awaited farming simulator by Stairway Games, based in Indonesia. This game is still making waves across the community, but it's been in closed alpha for a few months now. In fact, I made that video specifically because I have alpha access to the game, and I definitely don't want to break any NDAs. But to be completely honest, I played the alpha for a few hours and then I put it down. There were no bad reasons for this. I just had so many other games to get to that I could actually make content on. And since we're not allowed to record any alpha content and stuff, it just ended up being on the back burner. So today we're going to jump back into Coral Island. I am not going to be breaking any NDAs here, so don't go thinking about that. We're going to be taking a look at the very public news and monthly updates that the devs are sharing with us, because I'm really excited to see how the devs have been doing. So let's jump in! And welcome to the Stairway Games website. This is the website for the devs behind Coral Island and where they post monthly updates for everyone to see. This one should look a little familiar to you if you're familiar with the project. This is the June 2021 update. I'm not going to go through this one, but this is essentially, see, it says July 2021, but this is the June update. But this is the very first look we got at what would be included in the alpha. It says right here, initial alpha will release with 0 to 2 heart level dialogues, blah, blah, blah. So if you want to go over this one more specifically, this was actually in my first video on Coral Island a few months back in July. So I'll link to that below, but since then we've gotten updates for August, September, October, and November. There wasn't actually a July update, and I'm assuming that's because that's just when alpha came out, etc. But we can pop on over to August over here. So the August 2021 dev update. This was version 0.02, and this is the second alpha version that came out after the first one that we went over in our last video. As you can see, they have this adorable graphic again, and I love it. I love it when things are super easy to understand visually. They've put these little yellow dots here to signify new things and new changes. Since the first version of the alpha came out, we've gotten new mastery skills, a new UI work in progress, processing, fossils and nodes, ranching, and building farm buildings. The ranch now has an accessible interior, and so does the fish and sip. The tavern, fish and sip. Oh my goodness, I can barely read. There are also reformatted edited NPCs additions of Emily, Bree, Eva, and Kenny. And this is completely new to the 0.2 update. Millie, Connor, Betty, Bree, Surya, and all of these NPCs now have heart cutscenes in. So if you remember from the announcement about the first alpha release, there were no heart cutscenes with romancefuls, even though we did know who the romanceful NPCs would be. Some of them were in the game and able to be talked to, if I'm remembering correctly from the announcement, but they didn't actually have heart events. So apparently with the 0.02 update, there are some hard events here, which is very exciting. We are testing the logic to spawn them properly. The cutscenes are a work in progress so far. Something that did get cut from the original release of the alpha, even though it was supposed to be there, was ranching. So it's really cool to see that they were able to get ranching into the game just with the second patch to the alpha. This was something that the team was very concerned people would be upset about because it was promised originally. If you remember though, the Stairway Games devs, some of them actually caught COVID around the time of the alpha being released. That is a reason why some of the things were held back originally, and some things were actually put into the alpha when they weren't originally supposed to be, because some people had more time to work on stuff and some people were sick. Of course, health comes first, but it's really interesting to see them just working so hard on this. I'm sure we've all heard of horrible Kickstarter games that have resulted in broken promises and stuff. Some of them with malicious intent, some of them without. This is definitely a case of not malicious intent in any fashion, but it's very nice to see such frequent updates, and I really hope everyone's doing better now. These chickens are the cutest thing, and I just love how they're overflowing here. It's just gorgeous. For now, you'll be able to purchase a chicklet, a cut surprise awaits you, wait what? Or chicken at the ranch. I think this means a cute surprise. It says a chicklet, a cut surprise, but the way it says cut made me think chicken cutlet, and then I was like, wait a minute, this is turned into a dark game, but I think it means like baby chicklet. Mastery skill tree, let's see. We reworked the skill system in the game to make the active mastering aspects of farm life more rewarding. You will earn specific experience points into different masteries depending on what you do. Clearing debris on your farm and harvesting crops will yield farming experience, so that's pretty cool. This menu does look very clean. The one thing that I would be hesitant about is just having the background, like it looks like there's an opacity, right, over the actual background of where you are. It could be a little bit more legible if there wasn't a transparency, if it was just completely black slate in the back. but it does look prettier this way. It's always a balance of quote design and stuff and legibility. So I always like to err on the side of making sure it's readable, but it looks like it's very readable for the things that are able to be seen. After gaining enough experience, you will level up that mastery and earn points to spend on skills. In addition, as you gain more levels, you will unlock crafting recipes. Very cool, very cool. Revamped exteriors. I realize that I've been playing a lot of newly released or early access games, but I literally just read that the 0.4 update of Sunhaven brought a revamped exterior to your farmhouse. So this is just the timing of me reading this news has lined up, even though I know this news is older. But we revamped and finalized many of the buildings in the game. This month we wanted to highlight the ranch and fish and sip, the tavern. Purchase all your ranching needs at the ranch. And this is the fish and sip, the go-to hangout spot on Coral Island. Very cute. The hay roofing is just so detailed. I love it, I love it. Accompanying the new exteriors are completely reworked interiors for the ranch and tavern. To coincide with the ranching update, we're also making updates to the level 1 coop interior. Very cute. I guess that means that you could have a coop already even before you could have chickens. I'm not quite sure. Now featuring cubby holes for your coop animals. That's so heckin' cute. Oh my goodness. If you've ever seen like actual chicken coop in real life, they actually do have those little cubby holes that kind of look like, I don't know, bread boxes. I've never owned a bread box. I don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, and they could go in there and lay down on their little beds and lay some eggs. Very heckin' cute. And this is the revamped ranch interior. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It says ranch on it. Ranch. This looks like a pet store, except obviously for cows and such. And this is the revamped tavern. Also extremely cute. I'm loving all of the little couches. This is actually really cool because it kind of looks like desert mounds of sand. I'm not sure. Wait, can we make it bigger? Oh, this is nice. Yeah, it looks like sand duney and stuff. Other updates. They added a news channel, a shopping channel, experimenting with a new mouse hover based on the UI, optimized memory usage in the game, processing fossils and nodes, and much more behind the scenes. So that's really cool. So this was the August dev update. I think the biggest takeaway here was obviously the ranching. That was supposed to be in the original release of Alpha, but didn't make it for very much understandable reasons. Some UI changes, and then exterior and interior changes. So in terms of what you should expect when you are backing games or playing games before they are fully released, in my opinion, early access to me suggests that it should be more polished than things in alpha or beta. This is still an alpha version of Coral Island. And so seeing all these changes and implementations, especially so quickly after the first release of an alpha, is very encouraging. I know I mentioned Sunhaven before, but Sunhaven is in early access, and I think they are going very quickly with updates as well. So to see both of these games really polishing their content like this, I think is just amazing. One thing that Stairway Games does that really stands out from the rest, I think, and I do think that this is part of the reason why so many people know and are so excited about Coral Island, is just the art. The art is gorgeous. The diversity in the game is breathtaking. And look at this. They just like throw this beautiful art at us just all the time. And it's just so easy to fall in love with the characters like this. Is this Raphael? Raphael and Seals, enough said. Wallpaper, anyone. Not all of us can just have a wonderful artist on staff or someone to commission, but it's just beautiful, and it's definitely a reason that I think that Coral Island is just excelling on. Bug of the month, I think, is also something really cool. I think that more studios should should learn from this if you have the time, but I always love seeing these. So again, this was the August update, and it seems like the devs are posting their updates at the end of the month that is named. Okay, so it's the end of August update, July, August, so it was about a month after Alpha was first released. And then they're saying here that Alpha version 0.03 is hoping to include fishing gameplay, revamped buildings, and the ability to care for cows. Okay, so I didn't realize there weren't cows in here, but yeah, they didn't show any chickens. So we're gonna jump forward in time, which is kind of backwards in time, and we're going to September. Welcome to the September dev update. Again, we're just kind of going through all of these because I'm behind. I haven't really looked at this game since Alpha first launched, so I'm hoping this will help you get up to speed too if you were a little behind too. They were aiming to get some cows implemented by the end of September, and it looks like they did. Ranching is a big update this month. We released the barn, which allows you to purchase your first barn animal, baby, and adult cow. You'll buy the barn from the carpenter and the cow itself from the ranch. While at the ranch, be sure to purchase a milk pail so that you can get to milking. Look at the babies, the babies. Oh, I love the babies. I know we're all suckers for Harvest Moon cows and strawberry cows and their big snoots. These are gorgeous. I love them. I like how the hearts are hollow. I wonder if they fill up when they love you more. That'd be interesting. Baby and adult cow just mooing around the barn. Over time, the baby cows turned into adult cows. Oh, my babies. Moving or selling farm animals. Ooh, let's take a closer look at this. So you can interact with this board inside of your barn, I guess, and it should tell you about the cows in there, and then you could click on them and move or sell. So I guess this is how you could assign your cows to different barns, maybe, if you have a bunch. Just from looking at the gameplay, it seems like it's pretty viable to have like a heck ton of barns or a heck ton of coops. I wonder how viable it is to make your money just from ranching. Fishing gameplay was also something they wanted to add, and according to the August update, for all you fishers out there, your time has finally arrived. You can finally fish in the game. There are only about 10 fish you can catch, and you can find them in the ocean, river, or lake. I like how it's talking about fishing, but the first thing I'm looking at is these food items. Those look good. I'm always hungry. You can purchase a fishing pole at the beach shack, and be mindful, the cast length in our game impacts the size of fish you are likely to catch. A shorter cast has a higher chance of catching a small fish like the goldfish. I don't know about this animation. That animation is kind of funny. I kind of get what they're trying to go for, maybe like a big, powerful, over-the-shoulder sort of thing, but it looks a little funny right now. Map 2.0 featuring player tracking. Player tracking on the map was one of the most requested features we received after launching into alpha, and with the new map, you'll be able to do just that. You are here. I honestly love this in games because once I learn a map in a game, I don't get lost very easily, but it does take me a while to get to that point. So this would help me a lot when I'm first starting the game. Check it out. That's you, player. There you are. There you are. We're working to tie the map tracking experience with the social mastery component of the game. By acquiring the appropriate skill and heart level with an NPC, you'll be able to see an icon of them on the map. That's really cool. I think it's always a point of argument / differing opinions whether or not NPCs should be on your map and show exactly where they are at all times. Some people love that feature, some people don't. Stardew Valley does not show where NPCs are on the map, but you can use a mod to do so. Sunhaven just implemented maps and you can see NPCs on the map, so it kind of goes back and forth. There are obviously pros and cons. Pros being you can find who you need to find. Cons being like you're kind of taking part of the fun out of the game, because I think part of the fun for me is just figuring out where people are just by running into them by chance. So I kind of like this in-between approach of you need to have an appropriate skill and heart level before you're able to see them on the map. I will say that appropriate skill level to then see them on the map, like, is this a stalking skill? What kind of skill are we talking about here? That's I would like some clarification, but I do like the in-between. Revamped exteriors. There are more revamped exteriors this month, highlighting the beach shack, Millie's house, Frank and Erica's house, and last but not least, a new coffee spot. Check it out. I just started drinking coffee, so I'm into it. Millie's house, Frank and Erica's house, new coffee spot. And what's that other thing? What other thing? What is that other thing? Why is there this gray person? I'm a little scared by that, but okay. Revamped interiors and mines. Reworked interiors accompany the new beach shack and barn. In addition, new rooms have been added to already accessible interiors. We also start set dressing the mines in preparation for the game's story. So we've decorated the first 5 levels of the mines. More to come next month. Ooh. I always like to say that I love to mine in farming simulator games, but I feel like that's a lie now. I love to mine in Stardew Valley, but I actually really don't like mining in Sunhaven, so it just depends on the game. This looks really pretty though. I think one of the things that I like about mines is when it's not too big, because if it becomes too big, it becomes more like an adventure story to me. I think what I like about Stardew Valley mines the most is that it's grindy, but each level is relatively small. So it keeps it kind of like a mini game instead of like a whole new game within my game. But I guess we'll see. I think this kind of mine layout could go either way. It's really gorgeous though. Updated barn. Very cute, very cute. Added the ability to move or destroy farm buildings. Oh man, yeah. That is definitely always needed. I was playing the Sunnyside alpha a little bit ago. You can watch my building video on that. And moving things was a little bit hard. And that was using blueprints and stuff. But Sunnyside is doing something very interesting with a drone that helps you set up blueprints so that you can build stuff. It's always really interesting to see how different types of farming simulators are handling similar problems. Added a look at function so NPCs will turn their head to look at you when you are near, and added preliminary assets for the Super Coral questline. Oil rigs placed in a couple spots around the island by pufferfish. Farm buildings turn translucent when you are behind them. Oh, that's nice. And new unrevealed NPCs are roaming the island. Unrevealed NPCs. That must be the gray person up here. That must be what this is. I'm sure if you're here, you've heard at least a little bit about Coral Island, but one of the other things that makes the game very unique is its focus on the ecological issues of the ocean. So part of the game is going to involve you cleaning up the ocean, and I'm assuming kind of putting these oil rigs out of business, maybe, question mark. Again, I really haven't played much, even though I have access to the alpha, but it's really exciting to see these things come to life. Check out some images below of these other updates. So there's the moving mechanic, the building again, or rather moving it over. Coop level 1, we can make this bigger. Is it still moving? Okay. And yeah, the moving stuff over. Very cute, very cute. You can purchase a move or destroy order for your buildings from the carpenter. Oh, okay. So perhaps moving or destroying isn't free. If it's free, it's still going to cost you the time of going there and planning it out, which is definitely more realistic than just picking up a whole house and putting it in your inventory. NPCs now look at you when you are near them. Nice. Love that. Definitely feels more realistic. Now that I have a V2 model and have been learning more about like live 2D and stuff, looking at this, I'm like, wow, how did they rig the head to make it look like that? And could they do it with the body too? But that would be a little unnecessary. Early assets are placed to get a feel for the Super Coral quest line. Ooh, so they've placed like trash in the ocean. And what is going on with this coral? Oh, maybe they're planning for, maybe they're planning for the progression once you clean more stuff or something. That's really pretty. But yeah, this is what I was talking about with there being a quest line eventually of cleaning up the oceans and stuff. So that'll be really exciting. Early access launch delayed. Okay, this seems important. Hey folks, we've made the hard decision to push back the early access release of Coral Island to 2022. We're going to update as we get closer, and we don't have an exact date yet. We are working very hard to ensure that the early access will ship with a generous amount of quality content. In the meantime, we will keep updating the alpha, keep the daily dev diary in our Discord server, and the monthly development updates going. Thank you for understanding, Stairway team. Next month for Alpha 0.04, we hope to release bug catching gameplay, the ability to upgrade your house, additional revamped buildings, tons of hard cutscenes, and much more. There are many different opinions on updates like this, no matter what game you're looking at. I always value transparency, and I'd rather have a better product than a crappy one that keeps breaking all the time. And I think this was a great decision to move it back. Part of me thinks that just based on the success of the alpha, just based on the number of people who have backed the game and were looking to be in alpha, they could have probably called this an early access and been fine. But I appreciate that they are being aware of where the state of the product is, whether or not they want to call that alpha or call that early access. The definitions really change based on who you ask, and I think the most important thing is to know what you're getting into, and if you don't know, or when you figure out that it's a little bit different, sharing that with the people who are supporting you. So I think this is great. I don't think that they've announced a date, even as we're looking at the other future months, but I think that's totally fine. All right, I took a second to catch my breath, but I am back, and I did some digging while I was away. And it turns out that you are not able to join the alpha at this point in time. When I made my first video in July, it was about the ending of when they were taking backer kit purchases / backs that would get you alpha access. It looks like that's closed now, but I did find on their backer kit website that the early access plan date has been moved to 2022 Q4. I still wouldn't quote that as an exact science. It might change still, but it's interesting to see how, you know, different sources for information have been evolving in the last few months. So that's where we are right now. And with that being said, let's dive into the October 2021 dev update. We're getting there. We're getting there. Welcome to October 2021 Coral Island Development Update. They're going to hit us right in the face with this gorgeous, gorgeous art piece. Look at, wait, okay. I know that these people are the most gorgeous ever, and I'm forgetting their names, and I'm sure they are romanceable, but can we just appreciate these pumpkin faces too? I love them. They're so funny. Oh my goodness. I love them so much. Again, this is another reason why Coral Island is just still really at the top of the list for so many people. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous game. And they treat us with so much art. Moving on down, they mentioned in the September update that they wanted to get some bug catching in, and it looks like that did happen. Get your bug net ready, releasing an early work in progress bug catching system. You will eventually be able to donate bugs and unlock an area for them at the museum, which is not ready for alpha. In the meantime, purchase a bug net at the beach shack and start catching. The bug models are placeholders and not final. So what is that? Is it a butterfly or like a bee? I think it's a butterfly. I can't tell if it's, I guess it's a normal speed for the butterfly and we're kind of just walking slowly at it. There are different types of bugs depending on the time of day, location, and seasons. Not a sneaking type of farmer? Don't worry, find slow bugs. Shown above the caterpillar, adorable and slow. Okay, that is really actually cute. We've all been in this moment in Animal Crossing trying to get that hecking bug and failing. And then they give us the hecking scorpions. And then they give us the freaking scorpions on our islands. But, you know, we can get caterpillars in Coral Island at least. Careful though, some bugs are very fast and perceptive of human movement. I spoke too soon. These are literally the scorpions, but Coral Island. What is that? It's a beetle. Was it underground? Oh no, it was just on the ground. I thought it was underground for a second. Thank you to all the backers that made bug catching a reality in Coral Island. This is one of the first stretch goals we unlocked on Kickstarter. I really like that they included that. We're now on our third monthly update in this video alone. And I think that you might have noticed as well, whenever they put something at the end of the update, they're kind of trying to tease us into the next monthly update and what they're hoping to include. But so far, they have literally included everything that they said they wanted to include in the previous month's update. And that is just really awesome. Obviously, things fall through sometimes, and the release date for early access and stuff has been pushed back. But just to see so much progress being made and them really thanking people from the Kickstarter, it's always a good sign. Player house upgrade. You can now upgrade the house. In the first house upgrade, you will receive a kitchen that allows you to cook various dishes. Pay a visit to the carpenters, and they'll be able to help you with upgrading the house. Make sure to bring enough money. All my money goes to the the house. Oh, look at this. The exterior of the first house upgrade, okay. And look at all the space inside and the kitchen. Okay, this actually looks ginormous. Like, it looks really big, but then when you look at the farmer scale-wise, it looks even bigger. Oh, I guess this is someone who just upgraded their house because they had a... Oh, that's not a fridge. I thought I had a fridge in their bedroom, but they hadn't moved it to the kitchen yet because they just got the upgrade, but no, that's a cabinet. Okay, I get it. This is really heckin' cute. Coral shopping. Have too much money and don't know where to spend it? Worry not. Introducing Coral Shopping. You'll find items to complete your kitchen. Check out the channel on the TV to find out what's for sale, and then head to Socket and Pan to make a purchase. New items are available every Tuesday. You can watch TV shopping, home shopping channel. This is really cute art. Oh, trying to sell a grill. I see it on Coral Shopping. Oh wait, so you can't actually buy it from the TV. You see an ad on the TV, and then you go to the store to buy it. Oh, it feels too real. It feels too real. The store looks really nice though. Look at what the shopping flow looks like. Purchased items are installed in your kitchen. Anyone else feel a little nostalgic? Harvest Moon? I feel like they're not referencing Harvest Moon. Feel free to correct me, but the very first games I've played were Harvest Moon ones. I'm sorry. Cooking Part 1. In Coral Island, there are 2 ways to cook, by recipes and manual. You can simply click on any learned recipe on the recipe tab or do it the old-fashioned way, mix and match. High risk, high return, right? Oh, so these are the little items. These are little kitchen appliances as they are getting bought and placed on the counter. Very cool, very cool. There are 10 utensils to collect, a blender, a grill, and some more stuff. Yeah, what can we spot? I think, is this a rice cooker? I really hope this is a rice cooker here. Huge pot or something. Nice, that's a rice cooker. What is this? That's just a big crock pot or something. Plates, towels, and water? Oh, mixer, blender. Oh, is that a coffee machine? I think it's a coffee machine. And a toaster and some knives and some spoons. Very cute, very cute. Recipes tab are the easiest way to cook things you've already cooked before. Vegan tacos. The eggs. Okay, this art though. The food art. Something that really surprised me is the Animal Crossing 2.0 update for New Horizons. The food looks so good. This food also looks really good, but I feel like this is the year of beautiful food in games. Or maybe it's just the year of like, you can't really get away with subpar looking food in games. I don't know. Select a utensil and put in ingredients to start cooking. Skillet. Why is the skillet a sword? Seasoning set. I thought this was a leaf. Okay, that's probably on me. I don't know. Maybe it's a fish? I am confusion. This UI looks really nice though. The manual tab is for the adventurous. Mix and match utensils and ingredients and unlock recipes yourself through trial and error. Please don't mind the placeholder art above. Oh, that's why there's a knife and maybe a fish or something. Please note, alpha players, only the recipe section is available in the 0.04 update. Nice. Revamped buildings. This month we're showing Socket and Pan, Salon, Community Center, and Jim's House. Keep in mind that salons, animal shelters, and clothing store features are not ready for alpha. That said, don't let it stop you from exploring the interiors. There might be interesting notes in there. Okay, cool. So I guess there are maybe little hints left in these stores about what they will do in the future, but they are not actually operating yet. Socket and Pan, Jim's House is where Jim, Lily, and Theo live. Interiors. The animal shelter is where you will go to adopt a pet. Oh my gosh. For all the Kickstarter backers with the pet design tier, this is where you can meet your pet. Also worth noting, the community center is one of the largest interiors we've worked on to date. It looks huge. Wait, no, community center is separate from the animal shelter. No, I'm confused now. Oh, I think the animal shelter is in the community center. This is definitely a pet location. Maybe it's connected somehow. I love the little footprints. I love the little spill. Like some dog had a little accident. It's a mood. And this cat, oh my god, the little pet art is so cute on the left. Yeah, here we go. The community center has 5 rooms. The yoga room, White Flamingo clothing store, town hall, library, and an animal shelter. We're not going to show more due to spoilers. The salon is run by Emily and Erica. One word, chic. That is very chic. Socket and Pan, submit your TV shopping orders here. Ah, okay. This is where we get our TV ads fulfilled. So what we haven't seen is the clothing store, right? Or the library. Or the town hall. Oh, I get it. They haven't shown us the other community center rooms. These are just the other interiors and other spots. I get it. Very, very cute. As if this wasn't enough updates for October, I'm already out of breath again. There is more edited dialogue, more cutscenes, and more fun. So it looks like we got NPC heart cutscenes for all of these people, and there are different numbers. So like Archie, I'm assuming, had 2 heart cutscenes as of here, or I think this actually means up to his 2 heart event. So perhaps this means like up to the 2B heart event, up to the 6 heart event. I don't know if there's actually a heart event for 1 heart, 2 heart, 3 hearts. I know Harvest Moon traditionally is like a heart event every 2 hearts. So I'm not quite sure how many events this is for all these people, but I think it's up until that level of hearts that you have with them. I should have made this bigger, sorry. This month we took out Charles and Archie from the edited list of NPCs because they are currently in the process of getting additional lines. The status will go back and forth as an unedited draft. Again, I know I've said this before, but one of the strongest suits of Coral Island, or rather Stairway Games behind Coral Island, is just their clarity in the way that they are sharing updates, and also the thought process that goes into little updates like this. Like, you are already warning people like, hey, there's a reason why your person, Charles or Archie, isn't here. It's because we're doing this stuff. It's really, it incites a sense of trust as well as protects against questions that could be answered ahead of time. And it's just something I really admire. And we should all work toward if we're having our own projects too. Other updates. There's a work in progress town rank system. Check it out in the community center. Experimenting with additional simplified daytime music. Experimenting with cloud shadows, that's cool. Display the player objective in the diving UI level selector. Completed exteriors not listed, mansion, and clinic, cool. Unlock the lookout area, now accessible to alpha players, and added a work in progress glossary section to the main UI. Next month, for version 0.05, which will be our last one we're going to go over today, we've got a lot planned, I can't speak. Open up the woodlands area to alpha players, unlock farm building upgrades for barn and coop, and the greenhouse. Ooh! Unlock a greenhouse, that's cool. First version of the town rank system that ties the game together. New Q&A dialogue system with NPCs. More revamped buildings, and much more. Thanks for reading the Stairway team. Not gonna lie, this update was ginormous. I did not expect this much in October. I'm already out of breath again, but it's amazing. I love the shopping. I love the interiors. The world is really just getting more and more fleshed out. I mean, there's not much more I can say from that, but we're going to go ahead and jump to the November 2021 update, which is the last one we are going to go over today. And here we are, November 2021 dev update. Please check out our Steam page and wishlist the game and find out more. This is something I should have said earlier, but yes, if you are enjoying this video or you're really looking forward to Coral Island, one of the best ways that you can support the game, and any game truly, especially before release, is to wishlist it on Steam. Not only will that help remind you when it comes out so that you can support the game, wishlisting really just helps the game itself find more people, because the Steam algorithm will be like, oh, people like this, maybe I show it to more people. So do that if you haven't done that so far. We are grateful. Everyone at Stairway has a lot to be thankful for this year. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. So cute. And then they just throw this art on us again. They must know what these things do to our hearts. So gorgeous. Ow! The baby cow. I'm so cute. I'm so cute. I meant they're so cute. I mean, I'm cute too, but you know. Anyway, Cherry Blossom Festival. We completed most of the assets for the Cherry Blossom Festival. To avoid spoilers, we'll only be showing the entrance and the lake area. Okay. A festival was added. That's interesting. Cherry Blossom Festival. This looks like racing lines. Can we race snails or something? Below the decorated lake and a sneak peek at the Cherry Blossom Festival music. This is so pretty. Wow. Really cherry blossoms everywhere. I know that they, you know, place the cherry blossoms here because it's a game, but imagine if there were that many cherry blossoms growing on trees that are just falling everywhere. This is probably also why we play farming simulators, right? We want to be in these beautiful places. Please take me here. Festival Day Decor. Themed umbul umbul, I'm probably saying that incorrectly, I'm sorry, are displayed around Coral Island on Festival Day. The goal is twofold: communicate that it's Festival Day and help guide players to the festival area. That's very, very smart. I love that. Purposeful design, but also, you know, gorgeous design. Umbul umbuls will be decorated differently based on what festival is being held. Oh, so it's not just for the Cherry Blossom Festival. This is a festival thing. A festival keepsake? I don't know, I can't speak. This is the default one, the Cherry Blossom Potluck one, and the Mooncake Festival one. Oh, these are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, there they are! An early in-game look at what the Umbu Umbu will look like. Gorgeous. Again, I know I mentioned this before, but I have a horrible sense of direction, so this will definitely also help me find the festival. I know a lot of games, particularly Harvest Moon games, have festivals in one location, but games like Stardew Valley and newer games have festivals in different locations based on what it is. So if they're in different locations in Coral Island, I will need these more than ever. Fast travel! Oh, we love a fast travel update. The places you'll go, introducing the fast travel system. As you progress through the game, you'll unlock tokens that can be used to activate teleport spots around the map. Here is a look at it in action. Alpha players, please note that fast travel will be limited to 5 areas for now. Okay. This might be the player house. I'm not quite... Yeah, okay, we're at the farm. 2 travel power available, it says. So I think this is just a gif of them right-clicking to open the fast travel menu. Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are all the different little dots there. I think, okay, I get it. And then this is a little gif of it actually happening. So they go from the farm to the town. And all the cherry petals just bloop you right there. That's cute. Not sure what this is. It looks like a stone lantern or maybe a shrine or something. But I do think fast travel is one thing that should be included earlier in games, particularly games that are life sim, farming sim-ish. Because if you're playing a total RPG / exploration adventure game, maybe it's against the vibe of the game to have fast travel. But if your game is more like build your own safe haven and it's really big, but like kind of too big when you just want to get home and build your thing again, I think fast travel is very important, particularly for early access or alpha plays, because you want to keep people playing. You want to keep them involved and you don't want to force them to grind in an unfun way. You want them to grind in a fun way. So I think fast travel is very important to have. I will say that the fast travel being this shrine / lantern thing, I'm not sure if there's any significance to that. It would be cool if there was some sort of significance as to why that thing is being used for the fast travel. I'm not sure if there is. I think that could be good. Farm buildings upgrade. More room for farm friends. Alpha players will now be able to upgrade both the coop and barn building. There is a total of 1 upgrade for each building, giving you a maximum capacity of 8 animals per building. That's nice. I think 8's a good number. You always want a balance between having the upgrade be worth it, but then also not too worth it, because then you'll just lose interest in that part of the game. The upgrade flow. Can upgrade house, edit farm buildings, coop level 1, upgrade, move, or destroy. Cute. And then it's upgraded. It looks a tiny bit different from the one on the right. Very cute. One can never have too many chickens. I love how they're just spelling chickens like this. Now I'm thinking it's on purpose. I love it. Revamped buildings. This month we're showing off the interiors of the clinic and school. As for exteriors, we'll be showcasing what the townies call the dump. Wait, what? There's a dump? No comment. Did they type in no comment about this dump? Yep. That's a dump. I wonder what those oh, is this like compounded plastic in the upper left? That's what that looks like. Very colorful squares. Interiors. The clinic. Very cute. Kind of looks like a spa. Wait, why is there a cat and a chicken and a sloth? Oh, maybe it's like for children to be more comfortable. I mean, I would be more comfortable there too. I was just wondering if it was a vet for a second. It might be a vet too. The school. This is a school? This is... What? This is a school? What the heck? This literally looks like a kid's science museum. Imagine going to school here. I would love that. It's so pretty. 2-rack, best seat. And they have these like little angle things for the what is it called? The steering wheel of the boat. That's a horrible thing, but that is gorgeous. I want to go to school again. Revamped grass and mines. Progress continues to be made in the mines and grass. We finally have grass. New environment grass. There wasn't grass before? Could have sworn there was grass already. Yeah, this is fun. This is from August. There's already grass. Maybe they mean like harvestable grass. I'm not really sure what they mean by that. Revamped grass. We're still in the process of applying grass across the map. Oh, I think they mean like this grass texture because it does look really nice. And this is from, yeah, there isn't a grass texture. It was just kind of spray painted grass. This was from August and now we're on November. I see. I got the little grass leaves. It looks really, really nice. Close up of the new grass, thank you. Mines Earth theme. A lot of progress was made on the mines this month. An additional 15 levels have been redecorated with improved asset. I almost skipped the mines, my bad. I do want to make some like maybe polarizing comments, I don't know. But for me personally, I find that mining in pixel farming games is more fun than mining in 3D farming games. I do think that's just a me thing though, but maybe it's just the feeling of the map being smaller when you're playing a pixel game like Stardew Valley in the mines versus bigger in 3D games like the Harvest Moon, or was it Harvest Moon? No, Story of Seasons, and games like that. I don't know. I find mining more satisfying when it's a pixel game personally. But this mine looks absolutely gorgeous, and I do like it when mines are more unique in their appearance and just have like a lore behind it. And Coral Island definitely checks off those boxes. So I think I really need to check this out once we are able to do that. More edited dialogue this month for all of these NPCs. Some of these are definitely romanceable, but I don't know off the top of my head if all of them are. Other updates and behind the scenes, the Q&A system with NPCs has been delayed to next month. Woodlands is now open to alpha players. Grass now drops from scything grass. That's what I was thinking. The mill is required to process the grass into fodder, and fodder can now be dispensed inside coop and barn provided the player has a mill. That's really nice. This is a little bit more realistic than most farming games. A lot of farming games have you plant wheat and then you harvest that and you can just feed it to your animals. Well, I guess that could be realistic. But we never really had grass then just have to be milled to give it to animals. If I remember correctly, you can definitely throw wheat in a mill in Stardew, but it makes flour. You don't need that for actually feeding your animals. I don't know. I always like a touch of realism. I have learned recently that I don't like too many touches of realism. The Farming Simulator series, for example, is a little too hardcore for me, but a little touch of realism, always good. Added music for buildings, including the Carpenter General Store and more. Basic town rank implemented. For now, you can earn points by donating to the museum, planting super coral. Oh, coral, nice. And completing Sesagen offerings at the temple. As town rank increases, merchants will have more items to sell. Next month for Alpha 0.06, we've got the following plan. The Giants gameplay. What is that? Wow, this has to be like a mythical thing. That sounds really cool. Town rank fully implemented. Q&A system with NPC. HD wallpapers for backers revealed and delivered, and more. Thanks for reading the Stairway team. Nice. And that is it for our final dev update as of late November. I'm recording this mid-December now, but this has been very promising so far. I do want to see, okay, so at the end of October, they were trying to implement the woodland area, which they did do in November. Unlock farm building upgrades, they did that. I didn't see anything about a greenhouse here in November. Was there anything about a greenhouse? Nope. So greenhouse was not implemented. First version of the town rank system, that did happen. New Q&A dialogue system with NPCs. I don't think that was implemented. I think they're still trying to do that. Yep, that's trying to be in December. Revamped buildings and much more. So it feels like, obviously, when you're working on a project, you have goals for the next month, but sometimes other things pop up too, or, you know, maybe just don't write it beforehand. They implemented all of these festival things in November that wasn't even mentioned as a goal in October, which is really interesting. But overall, my takeaway is that the team is working ridiculously hard on Coral Island. This looks amazing. There are so many things being added to the game every single month, and I don't know, y'all, maybe it's time for me to jump back into the alpha because, like I said, I'm not breaking any NDAs here because this is all public information. I really don't have any information from the alpha to share with you beyond this because I didn't even know most of this happened. That's how little I played. Let me know what you think of what they're doing so far. I think the team is handling this release very, very well. They are really taking it at as a manageable pace, I think. There is definitely enough content to keep me interested. One last thing I did want to take a look at before we sign off for today's video is the stats behind each of these monthly updates. So numbers are not the end all be all. We are people making amazing things in this world, but stats are very interesting to look at in terms of game development and also just how you are rising in popularity, whether that's for your game or for your content if you're a content creator, or even just like how much money your business is making to stay profitable, right? So in the November 2021 dev update, this one currently has 6,137 views as of me recording this in mid-December. And this was released November 29th, right? The October update, by comparison, has a total of 6,600 views. So that's pretty hecking close. And if we go back in time month by month, so this is going to be newest to oldest, we have November at 6,100, October 6,600, September 9,100, August at 7,700. So September had a little bit of a bump. June at 13,480 and May at 11,482. So there's definitely a decline in views since June, but I don't know if that means like a decline as in fewer people are interested, or it's just a decline because the older ones obviously have had more time to exist and more people to read it. My hypothesis would be that fewer people are reading these updates now that the alpha is underway because perhaps like me, they kind of fell off and didn't actually have enough time to dive into the alpha yet. But you know, some people are still reading it while some people are waiting for like the next big thing to drag them back in, right? I meant that in a good way, not as in drag you into something you're not interested in. But that is something interesting to keep in mind. September had a bump to 9,000. August had 7,000, 9,000 in September, and then back to 6,000 in October. So that's really interesting. September update had ranching with cows in it, menus, maps. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why there was a little bump in September. I mean, I am just kind of a little bit of a numbers person. I don't have all of the answers here, but that's always something that I like to keep in mind from a developer standpoint, but also just as a fan, like to see what's up and how progress of a project is going. If you would like to help the developers, of course, share this information with a friend, share this video or my other video on Coral Island with a friend, and see how hyped they get. You obviously cannot get into the alpha at this point unless you already have a key and you just fell off like I did, but you can wishlist Coral Island on Steam, which I would highly recommend if you want to support the game devs and also just support all of the hype that we're already feeling here. So yeah, let me know what you think of Coral Island or game development timelines in general comments below. Again, don't break that NDA if you are playing the alpha. But otherwise, I will see you next time in the Midway. We play a bunch of farming simulators and cozy games here, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. Bye!